I had a little mishap. You It is now, we're almost there. At this point, I am honestly wondering if it was worth it or not. Welcome to Haugen Racing, guys. In today's video, we're gonna teach you guys how to zip tie stitch fenders, bumpers, basically anything carbon fiber or fiberglass, and how to get your drift car fixed up basically for free and get you back on the track looking decent. I had a little mishap with the R32. You guys can see there's no front bumper. And that is because it is now in 4 pieces. So this is also gonna be kind of a challenge video. We're gonna see if we can repair this and continue to use it. Let's get into it. So if you guys are kind of wondering what the finished product looks like, we had a little crack on this fender. JMO went ahead and zip stitched this together. So it's obviously not perfect and it's not show car quality, but it allows us to continue using this fender. And from a ways back, I can't get any further.
Oh wait.
But from a ways back, it's not very noticeable. From a ways back, it's not very noticeable. That's kind of the trick of it. All right, so first thing you wanna do is, assuming your piece isn't in multiple pieces, this makes it pretty hard to do. Generally, if it's like a crack or something like this, it's as simple as just kind of holding them together and going for it. But when it's in multiple pieces, it's a little bit different adventure.
Let's go over some of the things we're gonna need to attempt to stitch these 4 pieces back together. These should be things that you have at the track. If not, get this stuff. You're gonna need it. A drill. You're gonna need a drill bit that's just slightly larger than whatever zip ties you're gonna be using. You know, a little bit there. You're gonna need a whole bunch of these fancy zip ties. And I can't stress it enough, guys, flush cuts. Flush cuts. These things are a godsend. Something I wanna go over before we begin. This isn't that important, but to us, it is. What we have is some awesome zip ties with a nice metal tab inside here. These things tend to last a lot longer, they're a lot stronger, and you can really crank on these things without them breaking. These cheap ones you get from Harbor Freight or wherever have a plastic tab inside.
Disgusting!
These things tend to break when you yank on them.
Disgusting!
I'm not down talking these. If these are what you've got, use them. They work fine. But for us,
they're junk.
So we're gonna start with this small crack here on the side of the bumper. Basically, this car's got a wrap on it, so we're not worried about paint or chipping anything or anything like that. What we're gonna be doing is drilling a series of holes on either side of the crack. When we're finished, we're gonna want X's down this crack. So with this size crack, we can probably get away with 3 to 4 X's. And each X is gonna be a series of 4 holes on either side of the crack. So we'll start up here. Looks pretty good right about there. We'll drill 1 hole there and 1 hole directly across from it. And then we're gonna drill 2 more holes slightly below. To make it prettier, we're gonna want to finish our zip tie on the back side of the body panel. Also, if you'll notice, there's ridges on one side of your zip tie, and there's a smooth side on your zip tie. The smooth side is going to be facing out when we're finished. The ridges are what the zip tie use to lock itself in place. We'll start by pushing our zip tie through the inside, coming diagonally to our lower hole, and then sliding the zip tie through the securing end And ours are so nice they don't make the zippy sound. We're gonna tighten that guy down. And this is pretty beat up, so. So we'll come through and we'll do the opposite with the second zip tie. And get those nice and snug. Then we'll grab our flush cuts. And we'll cut those guys off. Nice and clean, no snags. Nice and clean, no snags. And we'll basically work our way down the crack.
Crack.
Doing the same thing.
Guys, so that's it. I mean, that crack is now fixed. Bumper's solid again, and you can get back to driving. So you can do that on anything, carbon fiber or fiberglass, and then get you back on the track. Oh yeah, even plastic as well, like even stock polyurethane bumpers. All that stuff, it'll work great. But now, the fun really begins. We're going to try to zip stitch this entire bumper back together, which I have a spare bumper, but I really don't want to use it right now. I want to sell it because we're putting a different body kit on this car soon. And so I'd like to try to salvage this bumper. So we're gonna see if it's possible.
We're gonna start with these two pieces, but first, I'm probably gonna drill all the holes I'm gonna need on this one side, then we'll put it together, match it up, drill those.
So now that JMO has that whole side drilled out, we're gonna drill one kind of on that corner and get a stitch in, and then kind of just work our way throughout it. Number one, down. Only like 60 to go. Oh yeah, I don't know if we mentioned it, but these zip ties, you can go like so much tighter with. They won't slip or break, and you can like really torque on them. So they're kind of nice for this kind of repair, because they won't break, and you can get it like super, super tight. Okay, so we got the front part done. We pinned the back down here. We're just gonna finish these up and then move on to the next piece. This is quite the adventure.
Much later.
Okay, so a little update here. I think we're about halfway. We got those two pieces secured together, fixing that big crack down there. We got the crack fixed on this guy, the crack fixed on this piece.
Giant crack.
Bam. So now we just need to connect this one to that one and then bring the two halves together. We're almost there. At this point, I am honestly wondering if it was worth it or not, but I'm gonna let you guys know what I think at the end. But comment below if you guys think it's worth it thus far. Real quick, I just wanted to show you guys how outrageous this is. Look at this. There's so many. Okay, we just finished. I want to play a little game with you guys. So, whoever guesses how many zip ties are on that bumper gets a free Haugen Racing t-shirt. So comment below, let us know your guesses. You can even go back and count if you would like. It's only zip ties that are stayed on the bumper. We had a couple mess ups, and then we're gonna use 8 zip ties to mount it to the car, but zip ties on the actual bumper. Okay, we're gonna show a screenshot of the pile of zip ties so you guys can pause it and count them. We triple checked the ones on the bumper, ones on the ground, so this is accurate. But before we do that, hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on. I know this became kind of a silly video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it, and it's been fun. So we're gonna end this with a screenshot of the zip ties. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys in a couple days. Peace.
Peace.